more stuff.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Nev with ResistTrump.us, and we're kicking off the ResistDC coaching conversations. Um, with Resist Trump, which sort of is one of our affiliates. We coach activists to lead lawful, nonviolent civil resistance to Trump and his enablers. I have with me a few different activists on the call, so I want to invite them to share a little what's up, starting with Marianne.
Okay, am I off mute? Can you
Yeah,
check? Okay. Hi, all. I would encourage everybody to join this group, and here's why. We can share exactly what we want to talk about and or what action we want to take. So it's
almost everything, as long as it's
okay,
lawful and nonviolent.
almost
Almost
everything.
everything. We can't talk about
Something.
kissing Trump. That would
uh,
be
Oh
violent.
God, that is so beyond. Anyways, no. But it's more of like a study group where we can get together and find out what's going on and what's interesting, what interests us. And like today, we're talking about Epstein and finding ways that we can really blow this up and get all the information out, possibly projecting things about Epstein on buildings. So, what's next? We don't know. And so come on and join us.
That was amazing, Marianne. Thank you. Who's would like to go next? Susan, you want to go next?
Sure. I'm Susan, and I'm here in Virginia, and I am here to support and promote any and all resistance against this administration, what they're doing in immigration, certainly giving justice to and for the victims of the Epstein files. And I think the most important thing we can do is educate ourselves and not turn away from it, but lean into it because every small step we take will make a big difference in the long run, but we have to do it together. And I am
Yes.
very proud, Nevin, with this group and what we would like to do to really start a concerted movement for change for our country.
Amazing. Let's give Eric a big hand, Susan. Susan's one of our first time activists in this space. Guys, awesome, awesome, awesome. Last but not least, we've got Wendy. Wendy, you want to say something?
Sure, although the two before me said it perfectly, but I this group has me thinking we can do more and we need to do more, and what we need are more people to come join us, and so we can figure out how to get images of the Epstein files and also of what's going on now in Minneapolis, but in a lot of other places too with ICE. And I hope that people seeing this will sign up. Thank
Guys, you heard it. That was Wendy, Susan, and Marianne. What we're doing now is using the last 25 minutes of our 1 to 2:30 time, which will be moved to Tatte Bakery and Cafe next Sunday. It'll be unfortunately moving the time to 9 a.m. We already spoke to the managers or the people who kind of, seem like they're managers at the Tatte 14th or whatever. So we'll be there 9 a.m. Check it out. If you're in DC. If you're not, too bad. What should we talk about, guys? What's the first topic of conversation? I'll stop sharing now. You guys can talk about whatever you want, as long as it's lawful, nonviolent civil resistance. I don't care.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing more about all of the files that dropped yesterday. Um, of course, they were dropped by the current Justice Department, so I have faith in them not at all. But
Cash Patel? No, really?
people are gonna silly me, Pam Bondi.
Pam
Um,
Bondi? Really?
oh, anyway, people are gonna find stuff
Ice
that they
Queen over there.
missed because they're a bunch of ignoramuses. So I think we'll. I think that's something to really look forward to.
Yeah.
Well, can you hear me, guys? Oh, hang on one second. Oh, you can? Okay. Mixed. Okay. So this morning I heard Trump's response to the release of the million, whatever it was, 3 million, I think it was, files. And now his workaround is that they wrote him in there. They just put it in there so that he would look bad. So he had nothing to do with it. And even though I believe they said that he was in there over 5,000 times, 5,000 or more times,
Five
so
grand?
far, pardon me?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Marianne. Sorry
No,
about
no,
that.
what'd you say? But
5 grand?
yeah, yeah, I believe so. But don't quote me on it, but listen up and someone else will either correct it or verify it. It
Okay.
was surprising. And that's only that there's also, we believe, those of us who really get what's going on, there's another 3 million files
Mm.
to come. Okay, Susan's heard the same. That's good.
Hmm.
And here's my question for you, for all of you, and for anyone who's signing up and or just listening. Why are the Epstein files in the hands of any governmental agency? And why are
Yeah.
those not part of his estate? And why doesn't his family have the Epstein
Yeah.
files? I don't understand that. I mean, that's part of his estate. So
I mean, this
where's
isn't a
our,
law school class yet, but I mean, we could kick some lawyers in here if we needed to.
yeah,
Well,
I mean, somebody who has some connections to someone that's readily available, just why is that not part of his estate? Since we got some information already and some really good information from his estate, let's have it and fight for it, get those things
it,
out so we can get done with this job we got, so we can get on getting our democracy back.
the estate has provided files to the Democrats, to Congress when they were demanded. I don't really know why those, well, I think it's because the federal government there's a law that says they have to give up all of their files. And I don't think one thing necessarily has to do with what the Democratic Congress people already have. And it's not just Democrats, so that's not fair. It's bipartisan now. But um, I think that's one piece, but they're not privy to give us that information because it's still considered private, I guess. But I think today's drop is going to be big. Everybody who's following it, who is broadcasting to us, like Aaron. I can't think of his last name now, but they took snapshots of it all first. They did screenshots of it all because, of course, they've already deleted stuff. So we need to give people a little time to go through all of the information they've gotten, and I think we're going to get a good
Yep.
bit today and tomorrow, in this next few days.
Maybe. Guys, I want to show you Lawyers Defending American Democracy. I do not vouch for them yet, other than knowing that they seem to be knowing what they're doing.
Okay, I know what I wanted to say earlier I couldn't recall. I don't believe for 1 second that when they were going through those weeks and weeks and weeks, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to do all the redacting, whatever, I don't believe for 1 second that someone or two or three didn't take copies or make copies or screenshots of those files prior to redacting. Just the way this world rolls. I just think that someone's got the originals, some not originals, but copies of what they were redacting. Because our wonderful whistleblowers, thank God for them, and their courage. But don't tell me there wasn't some FBI person or somebody somewhere during that time that they did not take snapshots.
The originals have to be someplace.
They
What we're
are,
seeing
they've
is the
got to be.
redacted copy. You
Yeah.
cannot destroy. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I could be very wrong, but you have to keep the originals intact. What they make available to the public
Okay.
is redacted, and they can choose however much they would like to redact, and they're redacting a lot because of the discriminatory evidence.
Okay, thank you.
Also,
But
the
I,
first redaction, apparently all you had to do was go to redacted again, on your own screen, and you could right click and undo the redaction. I'm
Just undo
guessing
it.
they figured that out by now.
what? I didn't know that.
But the first drop, they didn't even know how to make it a permanent from, that users couldn't undo.
Hmm.
I know that from my old job. I had to do that, and I one time
What
did
was
it
that,
the
Wendy?
wrong way. Pardon?
What did you used to do before you do what you do now?
Oh, I was in commercial property management
What sort
leases.
of what sort of buildings?
Mostly high-end office, also some retail.
AAA?
Yeah, but that's my history now. I don't do that anymore.
Okay. So can we talk about, oh God, am I off again? Let me see. Hang on. Can you hear me, guys? Okay, here's my question too. Speaking of, well, maybe we aren't, but we are now. Speaking of Epstein and this whole suicidal thing, this whole suicide,
How are we going
when
there,
we,
guys? Should we save suicide for next week?
okay,
Okay, or the podcast if you guys want to listen in. We could talk about Epstein. If you guys know like
yes,
a good guest and you can get it on our list, I would be pretty impressed.
okay,
All right,
okay,
I'm gonna close out the call, guys.
okay,
That goes for all you guys. If you know a good guest to talk about Epstein on Rise and Resist, which is available on most, including Spotify platforms, even Spotify. I know.
okay.
Yeah, we will see you next time, guys. We'll be meeting in person in DC. Check us out on online. See you later, guys.
Bye bye. Thank
Bye.
you.